players continue to speak out. Some of them don't feel safe. The latest, Danny Rose has compared players to lab rats in this new COVID era. We've heard from all the other guys about how they would feel about returning to play. I don't think we've heard from you on this show yet. Would you have any reservations returning to football right now?
I would, but I'd have to be walked through the steps that the league is taking in ensuring my own safety. I understand exactly what Danny Rose is saying or trying to say. I certainly understand his apprehension and his concern, even if some of his explanations are maybe a little over the top in that regard. We could probably say in the Bundesliga, those players are more being treated like lab rats than anywhere else, seeing that they're the first back out, Italy following and Spain following suit, and it seems the Premier League almost fourth in queue. But what has to be done here is I think the league has to bring doctors and people who can speak to the science around this virus and explain it to the players in terms that they would understand what's being done, why it's being done, and how they're trying to minimize or mitigate the challenges around the spread of this virus. Troy Deeney, you saw him speak about his issues and his challenges with his young son. Those are some of the things I think that are most concerning for players. It's one thing to be mid-20s and healthy, but we all know that you can be asymptomatic in carrying the virus. What happens if you interact with the rest of your family or your parents who may be a little bit older? These are things that players have to be comfortable and confident about before they take the pitch.
We were talking earlier about Serge Aurier. There are players at Watford who are refusing to turn up to training after some of their teammates have tested positive. As far as Project Restart goes, how worried are you?
Not particularly worried, because the number of positive tests was under 1% of the 700 and odd that they did. I think it is still on course. I mean, I'll be very interested to hear, and I think everybody in England will be interested to hear, when the stat comes out, what were there, 250 players playing in the Bundesliga against each other with full contact at the weekend. How many positive tests are there going to be after those games? Because I think that's going to be a pretty significant stat when we get it. Now, I think it's still on course, but I think it's probably, we're talking June the 19th as the possible starting date. I don't think anything's happened yet to knock that off course, so there are hoops still to be jumped through.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.